Well, it's finally come time that we have to say goodbye to 2018. But what did the year offer for us in our little corner of anime? 2018 was a monster year for anime, not just in terms of the number of anime coming out, but in the quality of what's available and the amount of exciting announcements we have to look forward to. It's never been more exciting to be an anime fan, but anime is still anime, warts and all, so I'm here to celebrate the best, the worst, and the weirdest anime had to offer in this glorious year. This is Anime in 2018. This year we're going to be doing things a bit differently. Instead of going through season by season, there's just been too much anime to go through. So instead I wanted to break things up into categories for all the different things that impacted me and the community this year. I can't guarantee that I'll cover everything. I can't even guarantee that I'll cover every good show this year. But I will do my best, as I definitely know what I want to start with. Because there was one relatively new company that definitely made its mark on the industry this year with an absolute bang. Because they started it with an absolute banger. The show was actually Devilman Crybaby Yourself to Sleep. Though that didn't stop the community from absolutely falling in love with this show, as it became everyone's obsession for the start of the year. We were in awe to the experience that was the original Devilman dub. The Devilman Dash took over the Naruto run, even if it was just a rehash of the Scooby-Doo sprint. And of course, we were all bopping our heads to one of the tracks of the year in a phenomenon scientists have coined as an absolute banger. But of course, Netflix didn't end there this year, with many more high-profile original and licenses that would truly cement them as the newest big player in this industry. Aggretsuko continued Netflix's trend of using funny, harmless animal mascots to hide a painfully relatable show sure to start an existential crisis in its workplace comedy? Drama? The personification of r/mildly infuriating as a show? Yeah! That's the one! Castlevania released a much positive reception from the anime community despite the fact that it wasn't made in Japan at all. Sirius the Jaegar and Be the Beginning gave us some of the best action direction this year had to offer that not many people saw. One of my favorite small skirmishes is the supersonic fight scene from B that happens in the rain that they slow down so the speed of the rain droplets establish just how fast they are moving. God, it's so cool. Baki the Grappler was revived to show us the ideal male form. In an insane action show that was almost as if someone looked at the likes of JoJo's, Fist of the North Star, and Dragon Ball Z and goes, wow, what a bunch of fucking pussies. Plus, we had Godzilla, Children of Whales, High School Girl, Ico Incarnation, and more. If there's one thing we can look back at 2018 for, it's for the start of the anime streaming wars. With Anime Strike Dead, Amazon Prime doing almost fuck all, and Crunchyroll and Funimation going through their relationship troubles like,
I think we should get a divorce.
Like a real divorce?
Netflix certainly made their statement loud and clear this year. We're gonna be a big part of this anime industry and we mean fucking business. Now excuse me, while I go jam out to Devilman no Uta a bit more.
How do you do this all day?
We're a long way from Texas.
I learned two important lessons this year. One, isekai will never die. Ever. You throw one of them in a flaming dumpster and then through the ashes, 3 more majestic burning bin liners will rise up to take its place. And 2, no matter how much I complain about them, I'll still end up watching most of them anyway because to me, isekai is now that abusive partner I keep coming back to even though I know it's unhealthy. And I realized this when I finished Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody, which no, is not the newest My Chemical Romance album name, but the most by-the-books generic isekai power fantasy show which I finished, and I still don't know why I did that. But oh boy, did that start my downward spiral into isekai this year. Master of Ragnarok and Conception squared off to take the crown for the worst isekai of the year. In one corner you have Harem Bait where everyone is the main character's little sister. And in the other corner was the pregnancy isekai with a guy getting transported to another world to take part in a ceremony called the Love Ritual. Which in this world, giggity giggity, is done to get girls pregnant. Which sounds like an awful show idea and was an awful show idea, but you know what? At least we just have a simple story of a guy who's finally found a world where he can just get laid a bunch of times. I'm happy for him.
The love ritual is not a sexual act.
Bitch! Revenge? Are you fucking kidding me? How Not to Summon the Demon Lord gave us Overlord High School DxD edition in a show we've all seen before but somehow enjoyed anyway. I mean, it even had a girl called Rem in it, for God's sakes. Though, it is nice to see an isekai where Rem is actually best girl rather than the worst.
That's bait.
Speaking of Overlord, the fan favorite show returned with our most beloved overpowered skeleton Lord Ainz being more ruthless than ever, as viewers slowly started to realize.
Are we the baddies?
The season garnered mixed reception, with Lord Ainz's awesome world takeover campaign being thwarted by bad CG to rival Berserk 2016. Highlights included the fearsome goblin army battling a group of bowling pins and whatever the fuck this climax was meant to be. Let's have a round of applause for this CG masterpiece. However, that time I got reincarnated as a slime picked up any slack, proving that we all had one more place for an isekai to worm its slimy way into all our hearts. I've already made a video about this, so I won't dwell on it, but this was the isekai that proved to me that I could still fall in love with an isekai show that went back to its roots. But that's it, alright? We're done. Nothing isekai is ever gonna surprise me again because we've reached the limits of everything this genre has to offer. So let's just all move on now, alright?
I am overpowered. You think you're the only protagonist transported to another world? Lord Ainz, you've become part of a bigger universe. You just don't know it yet.
Who the hell are you?
Kadakawa, Director of Trash. I'm here to talk to you about the Isekai Initiative.
No fucking way!
申し訳ございません。少しぼーっとしていたようで。何とおっしゃりましたか？下着を見せてほしいなんて正気なんですか？
I need somebody.
Where there's anime, there's bound to be controversies, letdowns, and of course, just straight up trash, and as always, 2018 did not fail to deliver. Ryou's Work Is Never Done, Island, and My Sister, My Writer were just some of Japan's continuing efforts to by trial and error develop a weapon to surpass Ero Manga Sensei. In response, the UN reminded Japan that they would not tolerate any research into the development of future WMDs, weapons of mass degeneracy. The Edge Award this year was a clear toss-up between Mahou Shoujo sites and Kidding Bites, the first featuring more sharp edges included than a Doki Doki date with Yuri, and the other being the furry beatdown galore, giving us our favorite kind of boner, the Y boner. And then we had the Yuri anime Citrus, giving us our other favorite kind of boner, the cry boner. Doreiku had that one guy in every hentai you've ever seen. You know the one. Fist of the Blue Sky showed us some next level shit, while Persona 5 the animation forgot the second part of its own name, giving us the blandest video game adaptation since every video game adaptation ever. I guess you could say fans never saw that happening. You didn't say the thing! Oh, go the fuck to sleep! And, of course, we have the story of the two shows that kicked up the bigger storm this year. Darling in the Franxx and Goblin Slayer. Both shows had some pretty decent hype going into them. I mean, one was a collaboration between A1 Pictures and the much-loved Studio Trigger, and the other had a pretty loyal following from its source material, so you know what? It looks promising. FranxX was bringing back the good old 2D mecha goodness we've all missed with some premium Trigger hype along with, what's this? Butt control? Oh, Trigger, back at it again with the peak of human engineering. And look, it's a Dungeons & Dragons inspired fantasy world with a man named Goblin Slayer who slays goblins on a show called Goblin Slayer. Not sure what this anime could be about, but what's the worst that could happen? Alright, so FranxX is turning out to be a pretty introspective character drama, which I wasn't expecting, but damn, I am on board. This is the cutest thing ever. 02 is clearly best girl of the season. We even got some girl with a Rem haircut going against 02. I can see where this is going, more like Rem haircut. Am I right? Wait a minute, what are you doing with this? No. I don't like where this is going, Franxx. What is she? Oh god! Why would you let her do that? No! Goro! Why would you do that to Goro? Goblin Slayer, you can save me, right? But wait. No! What is this mess? Oh god, look at the fucking internet! Goblins. Why are there so many goblins everywhere? Why is Alex Jones talking about goblins? Oh, for fuck's sake, Sword Art Online, why are you getting involved too? This is like your third fucking time. Where the fuck are you, FranxX? Who the fuck is piloting this vehicle right now? Who's in charge of the FranxX ride? There is no pilot, there never was one! Why are there aliens? Why are we in space? Why is 02 a giant fucking space waifu? What the fuck is going on?
Tooi Basho 愛してるも本当に来たんだ
This year we got no shortage of absolutely beautiful shows and stories. Anime that would suck you into their world and characters, connect with you on a level not many other things could, and occasionally even take your breath away. Shows like After the Rain, Flavours of Youth, continuing anime's declaration of war against real-life food. Some of the best background work all year was done by Iroduku with The World of Colors, and by God was it absolutely stunning. Bloom Into You portrayed one of the most relatable, down-to-earth romantic relationships I've seen in anime that explores our perception of what love is as teenagers, what we expect it to be, and what we actually experience when we find our first relationship. And I think it says a lot about how well they handled this, given that the romance I related to the most this year happened to be one between two anime girls. However, despite all these shows being great, I think it's pretty amazing we got blessed with 3 of the most beautiful shows of the year within a single span of winter. Despite my initial reservations, there was something quite magical about Violet Evergarden. In this age of instant communication, it can be easy to forget what the charm of a simple letter was, but when you are forced to limit your communication to a single A4 piece of paper, it makes the words you choose that much more important. The series, through its various stories, made me realize just how much I took for granted the art of expressing your emotions, and I had my favorite singular standalone episode of the year. Episode 10 is a goddamn masterpiece that you don't even need to watch the rest of the series to enjoy. It's just unfortunate that my complete disinterest in Miss Fullmetal Saber herself as a character never left, and the series was much more appealing to me when Violet was just a vehicle to tell other people's stories. I'm just kidding, Violet, you can't be anything like Saber, cause she's already Saber.
Maybe I'll be Saber. I'm already Saber. Actually, I'm already Saber. No, I'm already Saber. No, you're all wrong. I'm the original Saber.
Then we had finding the right group of friends to share some remarkable experience with, and doing that thing you've told yourself you were gonna do. The simple journey of 4 girls finding their way to Antarctica was breathtaking. It was joyous. It was silly. It was bittersweet. It was heartbreaking, and by God, was it inspiring. Who knew that this serendipitous meeting between a group of girls going on this awe-inspiring odyssey could ignite some fire in me to want to achieve something incredible? Cute girls doing cute things? Nah, I prefer cute girls doing amazing things. Up his new identity. I am sad scientist. It's so gloom. Son of a bitch. Tokyo Ghoul. Confused anime and manga fans alike, but at least it gave the viewers exactly what they were waiting for, as celebrations could be felt around the anime community as an entire fandom excitedly cheered on one man epically failing No Nuts November. And finally, Attack on Titan Season 3 continued the show's ever-evolving plot developments in a new season that had less to do with attacking titans and was more like a high-stakes political drama following an internal power struggle. I would say it became like the Game of Thrones of anime, but I won't, because now that's become a far overused comparison that has lost all meaning from everyone and their mum I'm using it to describe every show, and I think a much more unique way to describe it is that it's basically just the Dark Souls of anime. By far the highlight of this new season was the discovery of new best girl Historia, being the sleeper hit this entire time, who finally skyrocketed past all other contestants to take the clear lead in the best girl race. Unfortunately, due to scheduling issues, the hype of season 3 would be cut short to actually be continued next year, which was so sad. Alexa, play the saga, yo.
Here's a sample of Despacito remix.
Alexa, no! Finally, in the rest of the year, we also had a mix of surprising, hype, and just downright weird stuff to round off 2018 in anime. In the sports corner, Run with the Wind was probably my pick for most underrated sports anime of this year. Hanebado had some of the best sports direction and animation, even if it took itself way too fucking seriously, and really should have come with some kind of splash warning with the enormous amount of sweat that was shed every match. However, this was the year Megalo Box put the box back into boxing in a hype as fuck reimagining of a classic boxing manga with a soundtrack that was hashtag an absolute banger. Banana Fish gave us a stylish crime gangster thriller that hit all the right notes, while showcasing Mappa's newfound power after Yuri and Ice to be able to control the moistness of all yaoi fangirls at will. Osmosis Jones got its anime adaptation in Cells at Work, providing a cute educational show about the human body. We got to learn about all our favorite cells. See, that's red blood cells, you got white blood cells, you got platelets, you got sperm cells, cancer cells. Oh, that's just straight up stage 4 leukemia. Here's my brain cells when it's 4 AM and I have a 7 o'clock meeting. Oh, and there they are again when I'm trying to do anything productive ever. Idol anime got a fresh lick of paint this year. Firstly, there were theatre lesbians trying to kill each other on stage to the sound of J-pop in Revue Starlight. We got horse idols in Uma Musume giving us some Nico. Oh god, I'm so sorry. Zombieland Saga was the first idol show I enjoyed immensely. It was a great show, but was just let down by god-awful CG performances that would have made the climaxes hit so much more harder. I mean, I wasn't exactly a fan of Love Live's use of CG, but even that looks 10 times better than what we saw here. God, maybe I should just watch Love Live instead. Wait, what the fuck did I just say? We got a shitpost cleverly disguised as an anime series in Pop Team Epic. The faithful were rewarded, as JoJo fans finally got to see the dance they were all waiting for, in yet another JoJo reference that makes absolutely no sense out of context. And probably in context. SSSS Gridman brought the hype back to Trigger Shows after FranxX had killed it, danced on its grave, and shot it up into space, providing some of the hypest action scenes along with the most unique and atmospheric direction in any anime of 2018. That no one really cared about because Lord have mercy on my soul, we found a new religion and it was Rika Takarada's thighs. Hinamatsuri truly blindsided me by providing one of the most wholesome anime of the entire year despite being hyped up as comedy of the season. Yes, we're gonna visit from the Fields train experiencing a Yakuza getting to play a father figure to a collection of some absolutely adorable little girls, giving us some good old daughter porn. Wait, no, that came out right. That's not what I meant. The best girl debate was instead replaced with best daughter, which of course was Anzu because she's the most precious thing in this entire world, versus Hina, who in a nutshell is an absolute piece of shit, but god I love her. And finally, Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai proved that clickbaiting doesn't just work for YouTube videos by baiting an audience with the promise of plot, only to have viewers stay for plot. With some of the best girls and some of the best written dialogue all year, that was basically the equivalent of playing through a visual novel, picking every troll dialogue option along the way, and somehow ending up with the harem ending. The series had one of the catchiest OPs all season, had viewers singing along to the opening line of every episode. Many have pointed out that the lyrics to the song sound like this, but I'm not so sure. Let's see if that's true if every word is pronounced properly. Oh yeah, that's definitely it. And that was anime in 2018. It's been a year of hype, year of tears, year of great girls, year of controversy, year of incredibly inspirational shit, year of absolute fucking bangers, and most of all, it's been a great fucking year of anime. I hope you've had a happy new year. Thank you for sticking with me through this year, and let's get ready for 2019. Happy 2019, guys! Hope you had a great 2018 and an awesome new year. Phew! It's been a journey. Thanks to all of you who stuck with me through this year. Thank you to everyone who supports me on Patreon that allows me to do passion projects like this video that I know are gonna get, you know, demonetized or copyright claims, but I don't want to sacrifice the vision that I have, and I can do it thanks to the support you guys give. I hope you all have enjoyed what I've been making the past year, and I hope you continue to stick with me as I just want to make good shit that I enjoy, and hopefully you enjoy too. Anyway, I have not had any holiday in the past month thanks to this video, so I'm gonna take a much needed rest. I hope you all have a great year, and I will see you next time.